Irish porter cake is one of those cakes that's been enjoyed in many Irish households. The combination of porter, spices and dried fruit creates a beautifully mulled flavour and moist texture. This cake has been a favourite in Ireland for generations. This Irish porter cake is really easy to make. I make it in one pot and it's fantastic, so less washing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the butter into the saucepan and the sugar. Now for the fruit, I'm using a mix of Sultanas and Raisins. You can use Sultanas on their own. You can even use mixed fruit if you've got a bag of mixed fruit either. That's the Sultanas. And now for the Raisins. I like to add mixed peel. If you don't like it, just leave it out. And the zest of an orange. If you have a lemon in the house, the zest of a lemon would be lovely in it as well. And now for the Guinness. Now all that's left to be done is to get this on some heat. Pop that over a medium heat and we want to melt the butter with the fruit and then we're going to bring it to the boil for 3 to 4 minutes. Just make sure to stir it frequently. Give that a good stir. The butter's nearly melted and we're going to bring the mixture to the boil now for 3 to 4 minutes. This is ready now, so I'm going to turn the heat off and I'm going to remove it so that it cools completely before I add the dry ingredients. This is cool enough now so we can add all our dry ingredients to it. So the first one I'm going to add is plain flour or all-purpose flour. Some baking powder, baking soda, a pinch of salt, and some mixed spice. I'm going to mix all this in. My mum made this Irish porter cake all the time and it's her recipe that I'm using today. So all my flour is mixed in. Now all that has to be done is to add the eggs and I'm going to beat them before I add them. And now I'm going to add some glacé cherries. And these are optional, I like to include them. I do like glacé cherries, but I know some people don't. So let's get this mixed in. And that's all well combined now. So I'm just going to set this to one side. And now get your tin, make sure to line it with some greaseproof paper. And this tin is an 8-inch tin. Now we're going to get the cake mixture into the tin. I'm just going to put a little dip in the centre of the cake. This is something my mum always done when she made cakes. It just helps to get an even rise. All right everyone, this is ready for the oven and I'm going to bake this for 1 hour at 160 degrees Celsius. That's 140 Celsius if you're using a fan oven. And then I'm going to reduce it down to 150 Celsius. That's 130 if you're using a fan for another hour. Then I'll just check it. It may need a little bit longer. If you find that it's getting very brown on top, just place a little bit of greaseproof paper or tin foil over the top. So let's get this into the oven now. This is fully baked and it's taken a little over 2 hours. Just to show you how you know it's baked, just get a skewer and pop it into the middle. And if the skewer comes out clean, and it has, that means it's baked. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just feed it with a little bit of Guinness. This is totally optional, you don't have to do this if you don't want. My mum never did it, but I've seen it done and it's a nice idea. So I'm going to just pop the skewer in here in a few places. It's best to do this when your cake is warm. And I've got some Guinness here. So I'm just going to pour over a couple of dessert spoons. And that should be enough to put over it. They do say that porter cake is best eaten 2 or 3 days after it's made. The flavours come out more after that length of time. Of course, once it cools, you can eat it, no problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it cool completely, then I'm going to wrap it in greaseproof paper and I'm just going to put it in an airtight container in a cool place for 2 days and then I'm going to cut it. So we'll see you in 2 days. Welcome back everyone. My Irish porter cake has matured now for 2 days. It smells amazing and it's ready to be cut and enjoyed. You can see that the colour has changed a little bit from when I made it. It's got a little bit darker and richer in colour. The 2 days allowed the flavours to develop perfectly in the cake. So let's cut into this so we can see what it's like inside. Get a sharp knife and I'm going to cut a nice big slice. You can see how moist and dense the cake is as you cut through it. The texture is exactly what we want in a traditional Irish porter cake. Look at that. The inside is filled with delicious dried fruit and has a lovely, even texture. The porter has given it a deep, rich flavour that's absolutely gorgeous. One of the best ways to enjoy this traditional Irish porter cake is with a bit of butter on it, of course. It really enhances the flavour and the creaminess of the butter pairs really well with the rich taste of this porter cake. And you know us Irish, if we can put butter on it, we will. Butter makes everything better, doesn't it? And there you have it, a perfect slice of Irish porter cake with butter. It's lovely and moist, there's a beautiful flavour of it and it's not too sweet. This is a taste of Ireland that I hope you all enjoy as much as I do. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss out on my gorgeous recipes. If you try out this Irish porter cake, I'd love to hear how it turned out. Thanks so much for watching, happy baking everyone, and see you all soon. Enjoy!